So this is Insider, beautiful. And this article is called You Can Tell Someone's Lying to You by Watching Their Face. And here are 12 dead giveaways. So they got some tips from an FBI agent for over 30 years. He wrote How to Spot Lies Like the FBI. And basically, it says there are a number of facial expressions and associated reactions could indicate someone is lying to you, he says. Some are caused by nervousness, some by chemical reactions, and others by physical reactions. Okay, let's just scroll down. The very first one, eyes darting back and forth. The whole reason why I came in here searching, because you'll notice in the video at 3 minutes and 43 seconds, just about right there, Donald's eyes are just all over. I mean, they just zip, zip, zip so fast. If you blink, you're going to miss it. You'll see it. Let's see. What else? Oh, head shaking. Yes, yes, yes. Scroll down. Uh, Rapid blinking. I think we all have heard of that one. Candus like never blinks almost. I well does, but in certain times. Um, that's when she's lying and when she's telling the truth. I noticed a couple where no blinking. Other times she completely closes her eyes. And I think she's revisiting some. Right? Closing eyes for more than 1 second at a time. That happens several times in the interview that I'm going to watch. People often close their eyes for more than a second at a time when they are lying. Looking up to the right. Right-handed people usually look up to their right when they're lying about what they saw. Looking directly to the right. Right-handed people normally look directly to their right when they're lying about what they heard. Looking down to the right. Right-handed people often look down and to their right when they're lying about smells or sensations. The false smile, we won't go into that one because we can't see the example. Face touching, I didn't see a lot of face touching. I don't think their hands moved. Hans was like behind Candus, like she was a puppet and he was holding the string, but I didn't see a lot of face touching. People, people's faces often itch when they lie. So one's face may indicate. Okay, pursed lips. Just people may purse their lips to counteract the dry mouth that comes with lying. Excessive sweating. I didn't see any of that. Blushing. I didn't see any of that. There it is. The head shaking. That one. Candus was big. Actually, Don did it a couple times too. Mainly at the towards the end when they were talking about they had only one plea, bring her home, and all of those things. If people shake their heads while saying something, they've just denied their statement. So, you guys can tell from this little intro here that I'm calling bullshit on this interview here, right? The whole thing. I mean, of course, there's some truth in the lie, but listen, I just, God, I, I hate to say it. I'm thinking maybe there was an accident because some of it seems humble from Candus. Don's just lying his complete ass off. He wasn't home. They told him what happened, and they worked up a story, and now he damn near believing it. But maybe there was an accident, and maybe it happened with the children. That boy that was on, excuse me, his oldest, not oldest, but the older boy that was on television with him. What if he was consoling him there or holding him there, not for himself, but for the little boy? What if there's an accident? Because Candace's story is that, she told the boys, watch him, watch her. And then 2 minutes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 minutes later, you come in the house and she's just gone. Okay, it's bullshit. So either an accident happened when you said you'll be back, which probably when you went for the quote run, which I think now definitely means you might have left the premises for a minute. That kind of run, not physically running, and it wasn't 2 minutes back. But anyway, you say 2 minutes later you come back. The boys say she went down there with her toys, even though we heard before he asked to go play with her toys, and that's why you let her go in the house. Now Candace is saying she wanted to go in the house and see her brothers, and then her brothers told her that. So anyway, that makes it to where the boys were the last to see Summer alive before they let her go down to the basement, and then she disappeared. So with mom out on a run, I mean, hey, if there was no adult supervision at the house, something could happen. Or, I don't know, maybe somebody did come up the road, grab her, and run back down the road, like Don Wells said. I mean, jeez. Ooh, this, they need to just be quiet. If they're not going to tell us what's really going on, they need to just be quiet. I've broken down this interview a little bit, got some pieces to share. I'll drop those little videos. We can really hear. Sometimes when you hear it all together, you don't hear everything. That's why I like to go back. But I don't buy it, and I see lots of signs that they are lying to us. Lots of them. Lots of them. Please check out that rapid eye movement. This right here from Dawn. It's even faster than this. You won't you won't believe it. About 3 minutes and 42. 3 minutes and oh, I'll see y'all in the comments, beautiful people.
Josh and Sarah, several of our colleagues have spoken with Summer's mother off camera. She's even provided videos and photos of her daughter. But tonight, for the first time, she shares her account of what happened the night her daughter went missing, and like her husband, that she believes her 5-year-old girl was taken.
We really miss her very much. She was the angel, our blessing, the love of our life. She's what made our world go around.
It's been 13 days since Candus Bly and Donald Wells last saw their 5-year-old daughter, Summer.
I'm just scared that somebody's hurting her, and there's nothing I can do about it. It smothers me.
As the almost 2-week-long search through the rough terrain scales back, Summer's parents say they believe someone took their daughter.
Personally, I think someone came up here and grabbed her and ran down the hill.
I think so
and
too.
Threw her in a car and drove as far away as they could from this area.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here.
Around 6:30 in the evening on June 15th, her father called to report her missing, but he wasn't home yet from work.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
Summer has 3 older brothers.
When they get out of line, she'd put them in line.
Her parents say she loves princesses, especially the movie Frozen, and to be outside.
She loves to dance. She would always want me. She says, Daddy, hold my hand so I can twirl. And she would just like to twirl and twirl and twirl until my arm got tired.
She'd love to play in the mud and the water and swing on her swing and enjoy dirt.
Now, authorities are looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma that was in the area around the time Summer went missing, and stressing that this person is a potential witness.
I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. I mean, if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
No one has been named a suspect, and authorities have not ruled Summer's disappearance as an abduction. But tonight, her parents have one plea.
Please find it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go and where we can get her back.
Please bring her back home.
Just let her come home, please.
We miss her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying for their sister. And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
Well, for the last few days, we have referred to Candus's mother as Candus Wells because that's what she went by on Facebook. But tonight she told me that her name is Candus Bly, and Bly is her maiden name.
2 weeks tomorrow, since we are told she called authorities. And you mentioned how she's really been reluctant to be interviewed until tonight. What do you think it was that changed that made her want to go and talk to you tonight?
I have spoken with her several times via social media. She actually ended up messaging my professional Facebook account. We have talked a few times there, and today I went up and was able to introduce myself to her, and she told me that she had been reluctant just because of all of the backlash on social media. She said that she had been reading the comments, but after speaking with her a couple of times this evening, she said that she was finally ready for people to hear her side of the story.
And you had a chance to ask what I'm sure a lot of people were wondering about, why Summer's hair was so short, and both Summer's mother and father had comments about that.
They both told me that she had already cut her hair. They said it's something most little girls do. They get a hold of the scissors and already cut her hair, and that they just decided to go ahead and shave it all off. It was just a little bit too difficult, is what they told me, to go ahead and style it that way. Her mother did tell me that she shaved her head as well to make Summer feel more comfortable, but that was why they told me her hair was a lot shorter than originally pictured.
Ansley, Daniel, something that a lot of us have been waiting for, hearing from Summer Wells's mother. It's something that we all wanted to hear, and you got that opportunity.
Absolutely. And tonight, like I said, both of them had their plea. They wanted, who they say believe took their daughter, they want her to come home. They just want that person to bring her home.
Right, Ansley, thank you.
Absolutely.
And you can watch more of Ansley's interview online at WJHL.com. You can also follow the search for Summer Wells there as well. We want to mention this again. TBI says they're looking for a potential witness, not a suspect, but a witness. That person could be the driver of a Toyota pickup truck that was spotted around Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening, June 14th or June 15th. The truck is possibly a red or maroon Toyota Tacoma around 1998 to 2000. It has a full bed ladder truck with white buckets in the bed.
Today, the reward fund for Summer has been finalized. Incident Commander Tim Coop said anybody can contribute. Visit any Civis Bank branch to put money into the Churchill Rescue Squad Summer Wells reward account. If no tips lead to the little girl, the money will stay there for 6 months and then be donated to the Children's Advocacy Center.
If you know anything about the location or the disappearance of Summer Wells, even if it's just a little bit of